What's one of the most consistent stories that people have told each other for centuries and decades? It's the hero story, the hero myth. Hercules, Achilles, Thor, just to name a few. We've always come up with people or with stories of people that somehow dragged themselves out of the dirt, that somehow achieved something major. What if I told you that the reason why us people are so obsessed with this hero myth and with this hero story is because we recognize some part of the hero in ourselves? We long to be the heroes of our own lives, but a lot of the times we are too scared to do that. We don't know which steps to take in order to actually own our life and be responsible for our own actions. Even today, we have this celebrity culture where we glorify people, where we hold them up to such high standards, where we scrutinize and cancel them when they are human, because we sort of project all these ideal attributes that we'd like to see in ourselves onto them. And once they sort of hurt this assumption or this prediction that we have for them, we are hurt because we see that they can't live up to that. What if I told you that the hero you're looking for is not external? It's not in stories, it's not in other people. It's you. It's yourself. This is what we tend to completely forget nowadays. We tend to look at everybody else, we tend to compare ourselves to everybody else, and we rarely ever choose to really look at ourselves. So, most people don't struggle because they lack talent or motivation. It's because they are waiting. They are somehow waiting for someone to pick them up and to show them the way, to show them how to own their life, to show them how to be their own hero. But the truth is, this day will never come. You will never feel ready unless you decide to finally take control of your own life. And in today's video, I want to show you how to be the hero of your own life. This nagging feeling that you probably have that you could be more, it's the truth. You are probably capable of so much more than you think right now. To become the hero of your own life, you first of all have to become aware of yourself. If you look at public transport, for example, people are like 90% of people in the train are on their phones. Really, like at least. Why is it this way? Why do we constantly feel the need to scroll and to keep ourselves busy? Because we don't want to think our own thoughts, because we don't want to listen to what our mind has to say. You know, we are constantly running away from our own thoughts. And this is one of the major problems that we have in today's society. We rarely feel ourselves anymore. We're always concerned with other people. We are constantly comparing ourselves. And you can't be the hero of your own life and be the main character of your own life if you don't even if you can't even stand listening to your own thoughts. You know what I mean? So there's this constant flow of information flowing in, and it distracts you from the only constant in your life, which is you. So the first step to being the hero of your own life really is to actually hear your thoughts, to be in your body and to feel your heart beating and to realize that this is the toolbox that you've been given. This body, this face, this mind is what you've been given to navigate the world and to navigate the world's challenges. And what we do with this toolbox a lot of the times is we compare it to other people's toolboxes. We say, oh, mine's not as well stacked as hers. So, for example, we say, oh, she's so much smarter than me. She's so much prettier than me. He's so much wittier than me. I could never be that person. I wish that I'd had their toolbox. I wish that I grew up like them. I wish that I had the money they had. I wish that, but we don't even tend to look at our own toolbox. We immediately go and compare ourselves. But what is the purpose in comparing other people's toolboxes with our own and not even looking at our own, not even trying to work with our own? Do you realize the problem here? We're trapped in passivity. We are not even trying to find a workaround. Yes, your toolbox might be flawed. Yes, you might be lacking some assets. Yes, you might have a difficult, bringing up, whatever. But if you're not even trying to work with the toolbox that you've been given, you're not going to get any better. So instead of focusing on other people, focus on yourself. Hear your thoughts. Hear your heart beating and feel your body. Choose to not go on your phone all the time. Choose to not always listen to music, but actually listen to your own thoughts and maybe give them some space, write them down. What really helped me to become more aware of myself again and to become more focused on my own toolbox again was to really exercise more, because this is something where you're really relocated into your own body. We're in our heads so much and dealing with other people's problems, thinking about other people, what other people are doing so much. What can really ground and earth you in yourself is to move your body. This is something that I would really recommend you do. Second step, realize that you and you alone hold the responsibility for your life. You are the only person that can make this decision to take responsibility for your own actions. What does this mean? A lot of us, we are constantly attributing things externally. So we're blaming other people for our losses, or we're blaming situations for our losses, and we're also attributing our successes externally, saying, oh, that was just luck, or this was because she helped me. We are rarely ever owning anything we do. And this is the one decision that you need to make if you want to become a hero, is to take responsibility for your own actions. And the thing is this, it's freeing to not have to take responsibility, because that way you don't have to face yourself. You never have to own anything. You don't have to own your losses. But this goes at the expense of also not being able to own your wins, your successes. So if you don't own your losses, you can't claim your wins. And once you accept that you are responsible, you also accept that you are capable. This is something that a lot of us don't realize. By always blaming other people or always, attributing everything to external circumstances, we are not realizing that we're capable. If you accept that you're responsible, you accept that you're capable. These two go hand in hand. They're tied to each other. The more you believe that you can influence outcomes, the more you can actually change your life. This is self-efficacy theory in psychology. And taking responsibility can really lift you out of the victim state that a lot of us live in today's society. And it only really takes one decision, and it's the decision to own your life. But how do you own your life? I think this is such a theoretical phrase, and nobody really knows how to actually take responsibility every single day. How do we live the hero myth? How do we take responsibility and ownership? Let's be honest, it's not a beautiful journey. It's a different kind of pain, because what you're essentially doing is you're trading this numb underlying feeling that a lot of us know, where we're kind of feeling like we're missing out on our potential all the time, for the pain of pushing ourselves. Because once you have to own everything, you also have to own what you leave on the table. And you can't let that happen. So what you basically do is you drain the tank. This is what it means to be a hero. You drain your tank every day. You try to be your best. You try to live up to that internal voice that tells you what to do in life every single day. So how can this look like concretely? Set goals. Set goals not just at New Year's. No, set goals every single day. Set goals and plan your day according to the goals you've set. And then make your day about reaching those goals day after day after day. And then every single micro decision that you make that day, choose discipline over comfort. This is how you're a hero in your own life. So you don't go the easy route. Whenever you can, pick the hard route. Stick to your plan. Let's say you wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning, you write down your goals in your journal. You listen to your thoughts, what do I want to do today? And then you write them down. And then you go about your day. And whenever a decision comes up, don't go for the comfortable route. Ask yourself, what would the highest version of myself do in this situation right now? And then act accordingly. This is what it takes to take responsibility. This is what it takes to not feel like you're leaving something on the table. It's to really go all out and drain it day after day after day. So if you're at the grocery shop, go for the healthy option. If you're in the gym and considering whether you're going to do another set, do another set. This is what it takes. And this will get rid of this nagging feeling that you could be more. And it will also get rid of this feeling of having to compare yourself all the time and also always being concerned with other people. If you're concerned with reaching your best version of yourself every single day, you don't have time or capacity or motivation to look at other people anymore, because this is something that is extremely fulfilling and it will really let go of the desire to even think about other people. Psychology basically calls this self-monitoring. So you have to keep tracking the progress that you make, and you have to keep holding yourself accountable every single minute of every single day for the rest of the decisions, for the rest of your life, basically. So for every single decision that you make throughout the rest of your life. So this sounds tiring, right? But it's also really motivating. And this is maybe where we go wrong a lot of the times. We think that the hero has to have this one big final fight scene, you know, but it's actually in the every single day. It's kind of like the movie Rocky. It's not just about the fight. It's not just about round 14. Yes, that's when it shows up. But what really made him the hero that he was is that he put in the effort every single day. That he went for the hard route. That he chose to grow and chose to be the better version of himself. Whenever he was offered the decision to be comfortable, he refused. And this is what you have to do as well. What if I think that I can't do it? What if I'm scared? Being a hero is not just about being disciplined. It's also about being courageous. Because this is, I think, the main attribute that we connect to heroes is being courageous, right? They're brave. This is what you have to be as well. You don't have to be fearless. It does not take for you to be fearless to go into new situations. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is action taking while fear is still present. Even if you feel like your past holds you back at times, like your trauma holds you back, like you're scared of certain situations and certain things, know that there's so much growth in confronting the thing. And even if you fail at it, even if you have to dip out, just putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation that you're scared of will make you grow and will push you further on your hero story, basically. Growth happens when you act according to your values, even in discomfort. And this is what being your own hero actually means. I hope that you guys could take something from this video, and I see you guys in the next video. Bye.